Now, if we move to the next finger, the middle finger, or the second finger, this is the Saturn zone. Saturn is a little bit heavier energy than Jupiter. It's not bad, but it is heavier. It deals more with discipline, structure, perseverance, determination. It can also move into burdens or guilt or heaviness. Each planet has a shadow side, an exaggerated side. So wearing a ring on the middle finger can enhance discipline. If you need to structure your life, if you need more discipline, consider placing a ring on the middle finger. And isn't it interesting? We have this nasty middle finger gesture that people make when they're really upset. The Saturn energy, exaggerated in a negative way. Let me share with you a story about the Saturn ring finger and a client that I have. This is a client I've had for years and years, and she works in the hotel industry in an international hotel chain. She's high in management. Her life is her job, and there's a sense of burden with it because of the amount of hours. She hasn't really developed a life outside of work. And isn't it interesting? She wears a ring on her middle finger, on that Saturn zone. Well, last time I saw her, she said that she was really getting tired of all those hours and not having a life outside of work. And she was applying for a different position related to that hotel chain. It would allow her to travel. It would allow her to have fun. So as she was telling me this story about the new job she was applying for, I was looking at her Saturn finger and this tight ring that she had on that finger. And I asked her, "How long have you worn that ring on that finger?" And she said, "Oh, for years and years and years." And I said, "Well, you know, with this new change that you're going through, have you ever considered taking that ring off of that middle finger and putting it on your index finger?" And I said, "Why don't you do that right now and just tell me how that feels?" And it was so interesting because she took the ring off of her Saturn finger, she placed it on her Jupiter finger, and her whole demeanor changed. She sighed, she took a deep breath, and she smiled, and she goes, "Whoa, that feels so much lighter." And I said, "Exactly, that's your Jupiter finger, and it relates to expansion, travel, fun. It's a lighter place." And she kept it on that finger and has experienced a big change in her life. She needed to enhance her Jupiter finger because the Saturn finger was overly exaggerated and had become burdensome. In fact, I've been known to ask people, "Why are you wearing a ring on that finger?" Or, "When did you first start wearing a ring on that finger?" And the stories I have are just incredible. One woman told me she started wearing a ring on both of her Saturn fingers, a ring on both hands, on her middle finger. The first one was when she divorced her husband. The second one was when her son died. And ever since her son died, she's been involved in fundraising for awareness of how her son died. And her Saturn fingers tell the story. I have a lot of stories about this Saturn finger. You know, if you place a ring on your Saturn finger, it can enhance discipline. It can ground you. It can help you with that concept of hard work and structure and getting something done with achievement. And that can be a very positive thing if you're lacking in that area.